Hit it with it. Welcome everybody to Gabriel's Take. It's your boy Gabriel and
Ron.
Yeah, him. We got a great show for y'all today, man.
Guy.
We got a couple topics. We got the LVP. At the end of the show, we're gonna talk about who we feel like our top 3 LVPs are. But let's jump right into it, man. D Rose is out. Has torn his meniscus in his right leg again. The same one they gave him problems last year.
Is that what you did to your knee?
No, I tore a tendon.
Oh.
Tendons and meniscus. If you don't know, meniscus are a little different. Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
He didn't get them dead babies in his leg. I should have said that. But yeah, he didn't get the Kobe treatment in his legs.
Should've got it.
Russ got it. Look at him. He's playing MVP type basketball.
Jermaine O'Neal got it.
Yeah, for a couple years he was playing great, and then he fell off the face of the earth. Oh yeah, before I forget, John Lucas III just signed with the Pistons for the rest of the year. If anybody really cared.
The bigs. They should have signed his dad. The bigs. We got to get the bigs. We need small bigs.
Yeah, so if anybody cared about that, that's out there. If you're related to him, turn up. But yeah, like D Rose is out, man. They're 7-4 without him this year, so I feel like they play pretty good without him. Do you see it affecting their playoff position?
Yes, because right now they're in third and they will not finish the season third because the Cavs will be second and Toronto will be third and Chicago will be fourth because Washington's playing like crap.
They are playing like
so
crap.
they'll be fifth.
All right, do you see maybe them, going?
I can see them. Well, if they're fourth and they get Washington in the first round, Washington's gonna have some problems with them.
Oh, but John Wall ain't got to go with D Rose no more. Who's gonna guard him? Kirk Heinrich.
Yes,
he's in the top running for LVP.
Kirk Heinrich has the clamps. On defense.
He got the meat cleavers?
He doesn't have the meat cleavers. Pause.
I don't think he has the clamps.
Major pause.
I don't think he has the clamps. That's
I think I don't know. I think I would pick Washington in that series, but I would definitely give Chicago a shot.
You got Powell and
their big man rotation is legit.
But then they were top last year. We seen they played great together.
Yeah,
and true. They're crazy down there. So we'll see how it goes. I see the playoffs playing out like that, 4 or 5.
Would you try to trade D Rose if you were Chicago?
No, you can't. You can't trade D Rose. He embodied Chicago. He grew up in Chi-Town. He played high school in Chi-Town. He fortunate not to go to Chicago. He didn't go to Indiana or Illinois or whatever. But you can't trade D Rose.
He can't stay healthy.
You don't trade Kobe. He's not Kobe. Don't get me wrong, but he is Chicago.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be different if he wasn't the hometown kid.
Oh, if he wasn't hometown kid, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Somebody could use him as a rotation 6-man because if he can't stay healthy, he averaged 18 this year, 18, 19,
something like that.
And he showed peaks of his MVP form.
Yeah,
but he can't stay healthy. Okay, this transitions right into our next thing. If you could choose between one of these two players, we'll give it to you in a second, to be healthy his whole career, who would it be? Either Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway.
Let us know who you guys would pick.
Yeah, leave a comment. Also subscribe. Who would you pick, Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway, if you could choose one of them to be healthy his whole career?
You go first.
Well, I got Grant Hill, man. Grant Hill, he came out with 3rd overall pick in '94. Played at Duke. They won 2 national championships with him and Christian Laettner. He was a generational type player coming out the league. Mike still was doing this thing in '94. Well, Mike just retired. Mike just retired '94 after he won the first three. So they were looking for that next guy. Grant Hill was supposed to be that next guy. No one knew Mike was coming back. Grant Hill was supposed to step right in and take over the league by storm. Rookie season. What's the numbers here? Rookie season, he averaged 19, 6, and 5 and 2 steals and shot 49% from the field. Rookie for Detroit. This is when they had Dumars still was playing there. They had a couple of guys. They really weren't making 2 big playoff pushes, but they were still relevant in basketball. They just won a championship in 1990. So they had a couple bad seasons before that, but they got Grant Hill, and he came in at like I said, 19, 6, and 5. And his ceiling was high. He came in as a great leader, great scorer, could lock up anybody. He was 6'7", 6'6", around that 215 range, and he was supposed to be the next Jordan. If his first 4 years in the league, he played pretty much 80. He played pretty much the whole season. Second year in the league, he averaged 29 and 7. Third year, he averaged 21, 9 and 7. Fourth year with 21, 7 and 7.
I feel like they was always sorry though.
I don't think they were sorry. It's just they really didn't get over the hump. He still was relatively. They didn't have no other players around him.
Joe Dumars was still there.
I mean, but Joe Dumars was like 40 years old. I mean, he was pretty much
washed.
He was washed. I mean, he really wasn't really a big help. They really didn't have nobody. They made it to the playoffs, but they really didn't have nobody around them to help that young nucleus. I mean, but them first 4 years in the league, you saw a lot of promise in him to be the next great NBA player. I mean, after that 4th year, that's when all the injuries happened, the ankle injuries that he never come back from. I felt like if he could have stayed healthy his whole career, now mind you, his career points per game is 17. That's because, like I say, after the first 4 years in the league, he only played maybe one full season. That was when he was like 32. He couldn't stay healthy, man. I feel like he was gonna be the next Michael Jordan. He was gonna go after Mike for that number 1 spot before Kobe got it.
All right, so I got Penny.
You got Penny.
I got Penny for a couple reasons. First off, because he was a 6'7" point guard. There was only one great point guard over 6'6", other than Penny, and that was Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
So when your point guard is that big and he has that great of court vision, it causes matchups because a lot of times you couldn't put the opposing point guard on him. He's too little. So you got to contort your lineup, and then with the shooters they had, with Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, guys like that on the wings, it created opportunities for those guys. So I would rather have Penny just for the fact that he's a 6'7" PG, which off the top, with his skill set, between his skill set number 1 and his size number 2, he's going to create all kind of problems. Because he's literally the same size as Grant Hill. He was skinnier, but he's the same height.
He's a little smaller, yeah.
But you got that size at the PG position, so that alone is going to bend defenses and make it hard.
But Grant had those skills too. It just wasn't.
But he wasn't a point guard.
But it wasn't asked upon him.
But you see what I'm saying? When your point guard is 6'7", that does something to your lineup.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's a matchup problem.
It is, yeah.
So he creates a matchup problem every single night. His rookie year, he was 16, 7 and 5.
What year did he come out? What year?
He was the 3rd overall pick in 1993. Kind of funny because he was actually drafted by Golden State. And Golden State, Orlando. I think Orlando had the number 1 pick that year, and they drafted Chris Webber. That would be crazy. You imagine Chris Webber and Shaq together?
Wow, they messed that up. They messed that up big time.
There was like a huge trade or whatever because I don't know why Orlando didn't keep Chris Webber. But anyways, they ended up with Penny. So then his second year was when he really started to take off. Second year he was 21 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. The next year, his third year, he was 21, 7 and 4 again. So I mean, he got off to a great start, and then in his third year, either the third year or the fourth year, they went to the finals.
That was the year they lost to Houston.
Lost to Houston, obviously.
The dream shake.
Yeah, he played very well. But you had Hakeem in his prime, one of the 5 greatest centers of all time.
I don't think I would I don't think I would take him over Grant, man.
And then, let me give you a couple more, things about Penny. He was All-NBA first team rookie. His rookie year, 93-94. He was All-NBA first team in 94-95. His second year in the league, he was All-NBA first teams, meaning he was one of the 6 best guards in the league in his second year. In his third year, he was All-NBA first team again. In his fourth year, he was third team All-NBA. So you're talking about a guy that was first team, one of the first 3 All-NBA teams the first 4 years of his career. That's crazy.
That is crazy. And then what happened after that?
The injuries. Which is why we're doing the segment, right?
His knee blew up.
These guys just couldn't. They couldn't hold it together,
game.
Man.
I did like Penny's game. He was real creative with the ball. Like, he did a lot of good things. But I don't think he could lead a team. That's why I feel like them were Shaq's team. Even after Shaq came after Penny, the year after Penny, them was Shaq's teams.
Yeah, well, during that era, right? If you were going to win a championship, unless you had Michael Jordan, obviously,
you needed somebody.
You had to have a big man.
To come back.
Exactly.
Hakeem.
Exactly. It was a golden age. You had Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning. David Robinson in his prime. It was crazy,
even the Bulls had was it Bill Livingston?
Cartwright.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it was some big white dude, and he was okay enough for them to win championships. But I feel like, me personally, I like Grant because he was a leader, man. Even you saw it in college, and we got to the league. Granted, like you said, he wasn't on really.
He went to Duke teams. Though. It wasn't even cool for black dudes to go to Duke back then.
He wasn't really black. His dad was black.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Duke, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with black.
There's a lot of things wrong with Duke.
I'm just saying though, at that time, right? a black basketball player at Duke had a certain connotation that came with it. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just trying to win an argument, all right?
You don't have to be politically correct in the pod, right?
I'm trying to.
Speak your mind.
Oh,
I want Grant.
Two other things.
7-time All NBA All Star.
Two other things Penny had over Grant. Penny had some of the greatest commercials of all time.
For Honeycomb with that, dude. We don't care about that dude.
Lil Penny?
The Honeycomb dude?
Everybody loves Lil Penny.
Dude, I hated the Honeycomb. I hated it.
I don't know who Lil Honeycomb is.
He had the Honeycomb dude. A little black.
Little Penny. You don't remember Lil Penny?
No, I don't. You know why? Because he was corny. You mean cousin Skeeter's big brother?
And Penny had better shoes.
Yeah.
Phone posits. I mean, what else do we need to say?
Let's be real. I mean, Grant Hill really wasn't a shoe guy.
Feel like
he was more of a let's marry Tamia Hill type dude.
Funny story.
What?
A couple years ago they brought back the retros.
Yes.
Feel like Grant Hills. So my dad buys like $20 Walmart sneakers. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get this guy some good sneakers. So I bought him a pair, right?
Yeah.
Grant Hills, black and white. I'm like, this is like an old guy shoe. My dad wears old guy jeans. This would be perfect.
With the carpenter.
Got him, with the carpenter hook on the side and the side with no hammer. I was like, this is perfect. So I brought him home, tried them on. They were size 12. I thought he wore size 12. He's like, I need a little bit more room. I'm like, no, it's a good shoe. Like, it's a snug fit. Like, there's cushioning in there. That's why you feel it around your foot. I need a big size. So he's like, you get a 12.5? They don't make 12.5.
Yeah.
So he had to put on his $20 Walmart sneakers, and I took his shoes back, got my money back. So yeah,
I felt like that.
Those are the kind of people that will rock Grant Hill.
That story had so much lift off, and then it was a dud.
That was a great story.
Okay, yeah. Grant Hill made the All-Star team his first year in the league.
Okay.
So that
did he make All NBA first team?
I don't think so. He was NBA All-Star. I mean, what else do you ask?
But he wasn't All NBA first team.
Listen, man, Grant Hill was a better leader.
20 guys make the. 20 guys make the.
Grant Hill was a better leader than
5 guys make All NBA first team.
If I had to choose who I wanted to give the juice to come back,
pause,
and have a whole slated career,
I should let you finish. Yes,
it definitely would be Grant Hill because
Hardaway.
I feel like in that era he had better trajectory to be great than Penny.
There was only 2 point guards over 6'6". That was dope, man.
Forget the whole point guard, shooting guard, small forward thing. Look at just the player himself. If you had the middle team, you had them too. Because T-Mac wasn't in the league, and T-Mac really wasn't good at that point in time. Because T-Mac was the next big guard, you could say, and a couple years down the road, 97, I think he came out.
Something like that.
I'm taking Grant because he could guard them threes. Penny couldn't guard no threes.
Yes, he was 6'7".
He weighed 90 pounds.
195.
He can't guard no threes.
LeBron was not playing in 95. All right, he didn't need to be 250. Who was he gonna guard that was gonna body him up?
Guys were a lot big. Well, they played more.
Who was out here bullying people?
Now.
Who was out here bullying people? That was in the late 80s, early 90s. The game was starting to change by then.
The game was starting to change. They still was hand checking.
Who was about to bully Penny? He had Shaq behind him. Who was about to bully him? Who was about to bully him?
Greg Anthony.
Yeah, Horace Grant.
Listen,
Rex Specs.
I'm taking Grant. I mean, look at the numbers.
I got Penny, man. Straight up.
Up until he got hurt, the man was amazing. His first 4 year league, he was amazing. He was put like this. If Grant would never got hurt, you wouldn't have never heard of Kobe.
Why not?
Because Kobe Bryant wouldn't be doing what he's doing today. Grant Hill would be the guy that Kobe would have been chasing. But Grant Hill came in the league 94, 2 years before Kobe. 96. Kobe didn't get good to what, 97? No, his first year in the league he was horrible.
Yes.
So 98.
His second year he started to take off.
I feel like Grant would have stayed healthy. Them years that Kobe, Shaq, I don't know, Shaq might would have never left Anthony Penny when he got hurt.
Shaq left because they gave Penny a big extension and they didn't want to give Shaq as much money.
Yeah, well.
That's why Shaq left.
Well, hey, man. Hey, I'm taking Grant. I felt like he was the better leader and he was definitely the better scorer coming out of college.
And he had wax shoes and I got Penny.
Listen, man.
So that means I win.
All right, man. We're going to go. Let me know what y'all think. Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, man. Little Penny. Like, what?
Little Penny was dope.
Cares
y'all
about
know Little Penny was dope.
All right, man. We're going to move into our LVP. Least valuable player in the league to date.
Yeah, so, a lot of people, there's a lot of discussion going on right now, obviously, about the MVP. Harden's playing great. Steph Curry's playing great.
Russell Westbrook is killing.
He's all right. So we just thought we would put a different spin on it.
Is Jesus personified?
I don't think so. Put a different spin on it and just talk about the guys that we think are pretty much worthless.
I said it.
Useless. Not good.
Horrible.
Trash.
They're about as good as your 10-year-old cousin.
But
yeah, who you know needs to start reading because he can't hoop. Like, stick in the books, bruh.
All right, I'm gonna go first. So I got my list there. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I'm ready to go.
Where's my list? Oh, okay.
Who you got?
Number 1, Glenn Davis.
I like Glenn Davis.
Big Baby Davis.
I like Glenn Davis.
He's on this list because the 3 things that he is most famous for have nothing to do with basketball. Famous thing number 1.
What's that?
Crying on the bench. KG cussing him out. He started crying on the bench. Really? You're a fully grown man.
I mean,
and you're crying on the bench because KG started yelling at you?
KG.
When has another man yelling at you caused you to cry?
Never. Well, my dad when I was.
When you as a grown man.
Oh, a grown man? No.
Thank you. All right, so that's the first reason he's on this list. Second reason, his second most famous moment is hitting a shot in the playoffs for Boston, I believe in Orlando, and being so happy.
He had the juice.
He smacked a little kid.
He had the juice. He
knocked him down.
He was in his way.
And kept running down the court. Then looked back, smacked the little kid, knocked him down.
That was hilarious.
And he went running back down.
I'm not mad at you for that, Big Baby.
And the third thing he's most famous for, the hotel incident. Everybody remembers a couple years ago, Big Baby, multi-million-dollar contract, playing in the NBA in a Motel 6 in East Cleveland.
Did he save his bread?
In East Cleveland, getting mad, ripping the phone out, throwing the phone, turning up in the lobby.
If anyone you ever been on in EC, they some freaks in Motel 6. All right. So maybe he was messing with some of them zombies down there.
I guess so.
$20, you know.
So, yeah, Big Baby, you're on the list, bro. And he's built like a left tackle. Like, you should not be built like you would be a great... Like, if he was on Madden, his pass blocking would be like a 96.
Well, yeah, it would definitely be 96. Him and, was that the Orr dude in the movie?
Blindside. He was his double. He was the stunt double in Blindside. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2. JaVale McGee.
Shacking the fool.
JaVale McGee exists in the NBA for one reason. So when I wake up on Friday mornings and eat my cereal and watch what happened on NBA Tonight or whatever the heck it's called, TNT late night, whatever, because I'm too old to stay up and watch it on Thursday night when it actually happens inside the NBA. That's what it's called. He exists for me to sit on my couch on Friday morning and get in a great mood laughing at him on Shaqtin' the Fool because he did something else retarded.
Yeah.
That's the only purpose JaVale McGee serves. I'm glad he does it because it's very entertaining. It puts me in a light mood before I go out to work on Friday, but
and it's so cold.
He's a clown.
Shaqtin' the Fool.
Last on my list, and this was a close. This guy won by the narrowest of margins. Joel Anthony. Joel Anthony has 2 rings. 2 rings. He's never played a meaningful minute in his life. He looks like this.
Yes, he did. Yes, the Bulls.
I don't think he has a voice. I don't think he can talk.
When he almost blocked Derrick
Joel Anthony cannot talk.
When he almost blocked Derrick Rose.
Bruh.
Remember that? When he almost got the ball, but Derrick was like,
then he didn't.
got me cooking in that. Then do the hammer time.
Joel Anthony played on Miami Heat and he got no chicks.
Norris Cole did the same thing.
Norris Cole didn't look like Joel Anthony though. Like Joel Anthony looks.
This is his face.
Bruh. Joel Anthony. You're on the list, bro.
All right,
LVP.
man, listen.
Oh, can I my honorable mention?
Yeah.
Cole Aldridge. If you don't know, please Google Cole Aldridge. This is how you know Cole Aldridge is one of the least valuable players in the NBA.
How's that?
I wanted to find on YouTube videos of this man shooting hook shots because when he shoots hook shots, he shoots them over the basket with both hands. Over the basket. Over the basket. I couldn't find it because that's how unfamous he is. 2 videos of Cole Aldridge come up when you search his name, and the rest of the videos are all LaMarcus. That's how you know you're not valuable. But when people don't even, you know how many bored people are on YouTube that put together compilations of their little brother in the backyard, and Cole Aldridge only has 2 videos on YouTube, bro. He was a dog at Kansas. They don't even have any videos of him at Kansas. You're a bum.
Is it they last name spelled the same?
Yes.
Is it Aldridge? No, I think.
No, it's not. You're right.
With a G,
You're right.
With a D.
Yes, because it's ALDRICH.
Yes, CH.
How do people
mix
and they still All the videos come up LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's hilarious. All right, so I'm gonna go 3-1. Now, my honorable mention is Joel Embiid. Like, you have yet to play any NBA minutes.
We all from Africa.
And you have tried to holler at, who was it?
Rihanna.
Rihanna on Twitter. And dude, it's a wrap, dude. She's not going to talk to you. You gained like 40, 50 pounds, dude.
Yes.
And you have, like, are you working out? I thought your knees, look at what happened. Who they drafted before? The dude with the big lips, dude. Nerlens Noel. He still was skinny after he didn't play a year.
Yes.
Joel, you was fit at Kansas. You said a whole year, and dude, you look like the Michelin Man now, bro. What's going on with that? He makes an honorable mention, and then they try to trade him. Didn't play at all year. And they like, bro, can somebody please give us a pick for this man? Because that's how bad you are. They must see something we don't see in like practice.
His Twitter is hilarious though.
I need to follow because I don't follow.
His Twitter is
subscribe to us before you follow him. All right, check it out. All right, so my third is Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins. If anybody watched the game the other day, Kendrick Perkins caught the ball. Now you 6'11", bro. He caught the ball. He powered up in the combat boots. And then he barely got to the rim.
Barely.
We was sitting here watching like, bro, he gonna miss his layup. He gonna miss his layup. He barely got over the rim.
Like this was the rim. This was his hand when he released the ball. Like you're 6'11".
Like you're 6'11". Just extend your arms, bro. Unlace the combat boots one time before a game, but let us see the bounce that got you to lead, or let us see something.
And he got them. Kendrick Perkins got them preacher rolls on the back of his neck. Like, bruh, he got the meanest preacher roll on the back of his neck, bruh.
Bro, it's ridiculous. My number 2 is Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin, like you had a good 2 years of Lin sanity.
Yeah. You
were everywhere. You were on TV. You were on magazines. You had commercials. Your Twitter is blowing up. You were sleeping on your cousin's couch or somebody's couch to get a $17 million. Was it $17 million?
I don't know.
A year contract. And now look good, man. You backing up Jordan Clarkson. If anybody knows who Jordan Clarkson is,
I don't.
Exactly. If you know who he is, I applaud you. You're actually a real NBA fan. Jeremy Lin, you're backing him up. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
And my first award for least valuable player goes to Lance Stevenson. Lance. You had a great career in Indiana. Great career. I mean, Larry Bird took you from this black lump of coal, man.
Literally.
And turned you into a diamond.
He's really black.
Yeah, you black. You blacker than me. Well, chill out.
Debatable.
I shouldn't have said that. He took you from this black lump of coal, man, and turned you into a diamond. No, people didn't want to draft you. Guys didn't want to have you on a team because you was a bad influence. And look what he did for your career, man.
I think somebody just broke in.
Kind of freaked out. And look what he did for your career. Like, yeah, you had some buffoon moments in the playoff, blowing in LeBron's ear, slapping yourself in the face. You had a couple. Yeah, like what were you doing, man? Then you want to be the guy. You want to pull a James Harden. I want to be the man, and go to Charlotte. And then you drop eggs, bro. The biggest eggs ever found in Cleveland, bro.
He's in Charlotte.
You know what I mean? Why do you gotta do that? Just relax. All I'm saying is, bro, you get the least valuable player award for me. Cause now you getting paid. They gonna release you. I think they need to trade him. I think they tried to trade him.
Yeah, they did. They did try to trade him.
And no one wants you, man. Cause you are that bad. You're a bad influence on P.J. Harrison. He flopping.
He can redeem himself though. If J.R. Smith can redeem himself and turn his career around,
J.R. Smith was smashing.
Lance Stevenson can turn his career around.
He was talking to my girl, Kate Michelle. He has pass. He got a hood pass. Well, Lance Smith from Kate Michelle.
Actually, he was. Yeah. So I think he passed him. So
hey, what's up? Why can I get a call, please, Kate Michelle? Sheesh. Get all these black dudes. But yeah, man. Lance Stevenson gets my least valuable player award of the year. You need to do better than this, man. Like, I feel like you had a promising career. Paul Jordan, everybody liked you for a little bit, and then you started doing crazy stuff. Like, come on, man. But yeah, man. That's the show today. Appreciate everybody for staying with us and listening to us, man. Be acting a fool, checking the fool. But yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit us up on Instagram, on Twitter, man. Let us know what y'all think about it. He don't have
Instagram. I was about to say underscore.
Mr. Hemingway 1M. Yeah, we got some other stuff coming for y'all, man. Just stay tuned. We appreciate everything. You got anything you want to say to people? enjoy this winter because when the spring come, it's turn up time. We out.